Welcome to the next video of Animation Universal. Today, I'll be sharing with you the stories behind 5 paintings believed to be haunted and the terrifying true tales surrounding them. Make sure to watch until the end to uncover the strange and chilling events associated with these cursed artworks. And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any fascinating and informative videos. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and share to support us. Now let's dive into the story. From the eerie, anguished man painting to the works of John Wayne Gacy, these allegedly haunted paintings and the circumstances of their creation are spine-chilling. Art is said to be a reflection of the soul, but could an artist pour their entire soul into their work? Or, worse still, could something horrifying be hidden behind a piece of art? Whether you believe it or not, there are certain artworks that evoke strange and terrifying feelings just by being mentioned. To this day, there's no clear explanation for these paintings. Are they truly haunted? The stories behind these supposedly cursed paintings serve as the perfect inspiration for spine-tingling tales on dark nights. And the artworks themselves, just one glance is enough to send shivers down your spine. Number 1. The Hands Resist Him, the chilling story behind the creepiest painting ever sold on eBay. In 1972, artist William Stoneham from California, USA, received a commission to create 2 paintings, each for $200, equivalent to over 4.4 million VND at the time. As the deadline approached and inspiration eluded him, Stoneham drew upon the title of a poem written by his wife. The poem, titled The Hands Resist Him, depicted Stoneham's life as a child who had just been adopted. For the painting, he referred to a photo taken by his adoptive parents when he first arrived at their home. In the photo, young Stoneham stands next to a neighborhood girl. However, the painting has an unsettling aura. The girl's eyes are painted completely black, and she holds a strange device in her hands. Behind the glass door in the background of the image are hands of various sizes pressed against the glass. According to rumors circulating on social media, the painting is haunted and associated with bizarre occurrences. In 1974, Stoneham sold the painting at an art exhibition to John Marley, a well-known actor who appeared in The Godfather. Charles Feingarten, who commissioned Stoneham to paint it, hosted the exhibition. Art critic Henry Seldis also attended and mentioned the painting in a review for the Los Angeles Times. Tragically, Seldis passed away in 1978, followed by Charles in 1981, and finally John Marley in 1984. The painting disappeared, then suddenly reappeared on eBay. The painting vanished for a period, possibly tucked away in some art museum in California. Then, in 2000, The Hands Resist Him unexpectedly resurfaced on the popular online marketplace eBay, accompanied by a chilling description from the seller. When I received this painting, I thought it was an excellent piece of art. However, the children in the painting often fight with each other and appear in our room at night, recounted the seller, based on stories told by his 4-year-old daughter. Along with this account, the seller also included a warning. Warning: do not bid on this painting if you are prone to stress-related illnesses, have a weak heart, or are not comfortable with supernatural phenomena. This painting may or may not contain an unseen force. It could affect or even change your life. Proceed at your own discretion. The seller also asked if anyone knew someone capable of cleansing their house after the painting was sold. Many eBay users reported feeling a supernatural presence just from looking at The Hands Resist Him on the website. Eventually, the painting was sold to a man named Kim Smith from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Smith stored the artwork in his gallery but stated that he never experienced any strange occurrences related to it. In 2016, a man named Darren Kyle O'Neill published a book titled The Hands Resist Him, Be Careful What You Bid For, chronicling the eerie history of the painting. O'Neill himself had bizarre experiences with the artwork. I first came across it while I was living in Dubai. I printed out the image and left it on my desk alongside other documents that had been printed from the same machine. However, not long after that, I left for Italy for a month. When I returned, I found the air conditioner had broken, and everything in the room was covered in green mold. The TV, the bed sheets, the crib, clothes, and even the documents. Strangely enough, the printed copy of the painting was completely unharmed. Number 2. The Anguished Man, a haunted painting by an unknown artist. The Anguished Man gained notoriety after its owner, Sean Robinson from Cumbria in northwest England, shared strange stories surrounding the painting. In early 2010, Sean wrote a lengthy letter to several websites dedicated to paranormal tales. He explained, "Over 25 years ago, a friend gave my grandmother an old oil painting titled The Anguished Man. The friend told her that the artist had mixed his own blood with the oil paint to create the artwork. Shortly after completing the painting, the artist committed suicide. I have no way to verify if this story is true, but my grandmother passed it on to me when she gave me the painting." Sean and his wife later described eerie occurrences linked to the haunted painting that made their lives unbearable in their own home. While Sean was deeply fond of the painting, his wife detested it. The Anguished Man was initially stored in their wine cellar, but after the cellar flooded, Sean moved it to his parents' garage. Worried about potential damage, he later brought it to an empty bedroom on the 3rd floor. When the painting was in the cellar, our dog would never go near it. It would just stand outside, whining and growling. Now that the painting is upstairs, the dog won't go there either. At night, we often hear crying. At first, I thought it was the sound of children from a neighboring house or cats outside. But then I began to see the figure of a strange man in the house. Before long, my family started witnessing the same things," Sean wrote. Terrifying footage captures haunting scenes. The figure of a man would sometimes appear under the bed behind the wardrobe door, or dart across the room just as Sean turned off the bedroom light. Initially, Sean thought these were hallucinations caused by his frequent insomnia between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock a.m. due to the strange noises. However, one night his wife experienced something similar, convincing him that these events were neither random nor imagined. "One evening, my wife went to bed early. She thought I was lying next to her, but when she turned around, she saw a strange man staring at her. I heard her scream from the living room. I ran upstairs and found her in a state of panic, trembling." Sean, who considered himself a skeptic of the supernatural, decided to test his beliefs. He set up a camera in front of the painting to record from midnight until morning. For 2 nights, nothing unusual happened. But on the 3rd night at 3:25 a.m., the shadow of a middle-aged man darted across the frame, leaving Sean deeply unsettled. A few days later, more disturbing events occurred. The bedroom door opened on its own without any wind, the painting fell without any external force, and the sounds of crying echoed through the night. Sean uploaded these videos to YouTube, where they quickly gained attention. Many people reached out, offering to buy the painting, but Sean firmly refused to sell it. Number 3. Love Letters, the haunted painting of the Driscoll Hotel. The Driscoll Hotel in Austin, Texas, USA has a rich and storied history. Over the years, it has hosted presidents, rock stars, and numerous celebrities. However, it's also rumored to have a permanent ghostly resident, a little girl. Surprisingly, her residence is not a room in the hotel, but rather within a painting. The painting is a modern replica of Love Letters by Charles Trevor Garland, created by artist Richard King. It depicts a young girl holding a bouquet of flowers in one hand and a love letter in the other. According to Texas Hill Country, the story goes that in 1887, 4-year-old Samantha, the daughter of Temple Leah Houston, tragically died at the Driscoll Hotel. She was chasing a ball when she fell down the hotel's grand staircase. It is believed that Samantha bears a striking resemblance to the girl depicted in Love Letters, leading paranormal enthusiasts to speculate that her spirit now inhabits the painting. Guests visiting the Driscoll Hotel have reported eerie experiences with the painting. Some claim to have seen the girl's expression change when they stare at the artwork, or feel as though her eyes follow their every movement. Others have described an unsettling sensation while looking at the painting, or even a bizarre feeling of being lifted off the ground. Several guests staying at the Driscoll have eagerly visited the Love Letters painting, displayed in the lobby, only to find themselves facing strange and supernatural phenomena shortly after. The story of the hotel's first owner. Visitors to the Driscoll Hotel are also treated to another tale, the story of the hotel's first owner. Originally, the Driscoll building belonged to Colonel Jesse Driscoll, a Civil War veteran. In 1886, he transformed the property into a luxurious hotel, only to lose his massive fortune shortly after in a high-stakes poker game. In 1890, Jesse Driscoll passed away, and it is believed that his spirit continues to haunt the hotel to this day. Reports suggest that Driscoll often makes his presence known to guests through the faint scent of cigar smoke lingering in the air, particularly in the rooms occupied by female guests. One of the most notable encounters involved Irish singer and politician Annie Lennox. During her stay, Lennox laid out 2 dresses on her bed, planning to wear one for her performance later that evening. She then stepped into the bathroom. When she returned, she found one of the dresses carefully folded. Johnette Napolitano, the lead singer of the American rock band Concrete Blonde, also visited the Driscoll. Her experience inspired her to write the song Ghost of a Texas Ladies Man based on her real-life encounter at the hotel. Number 4. The Crying Boy, the most haunted painting in the UK. The Crying Boy portrait, painted by artist Bruno Amadio, became infamous for allegedly causing fires wherever it was hung. While some view it as an ordinary painting with a melancholic aura and an indescribable sadness, others feel a sense of fear when looking at the Crying Boy. During the 1980s, this portrait was mass-produced and sold worldwide. In the UK alone, over 50,000 copies were sold, making it one of the most popular pieces of art among British households at the time. The mysterious legend of the Crying Boy's curse began in September 1985 when The Sun, a prominent British news outlet, reported a series of mysterious fires across the UK. What was particularly strange was that every house affected by these fires had a copy of the Crying Boy hanging inside. According to firefighters and victims, in all the incidents, everything in the houses was reduced to ashes, except for the copies of the Crying Boy, which remained eerily untouched. The origin of the painting. There are many stories surrounding the origin of the Crying Boy painting. According to various accounts, Bruno Amadio fled to Spain shortly after the end of World War II. There, Amadio encountered a boy named Don Benillo, an orphan who had witnessed his parents perish in a fire. Despite warnings from the police and local priests who believed the boy was the cause of many mysterious fires, Amadio adopted Don. Locals referred to the boy as Diablo, meaning devil, because every house he lived in reportedly experienced a fire. Amadio dismissed these warnings and brought Don into his home. Captivated by the boy's emotions and expressions, Amadio painted the Crying Boy. The painting became a commercial success, providing a comfortable life for both Amadio and Don. However, sometime later, Amadio's home and art studio inexplicably caught fire. Remembering the priest's warnings, Amadio blamed Don and cast him out. After that, Amadio heard no news of Don until 1976, when police discovered the boy had died in a car accident. Many believe that all of Amadio's paintings of crying children are cursed and linked to Don Benillo. However, this story remains unverified, as Bruno Amadio passed away in 1981, leaving the mystery unresolved. Number 5. Pogo the Clown, a self-portrait of serial killer John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy is one of the worst serial killers in U.S. history, known as the Killer Clown, due to his performances as Pogo the Clown during the day. However, at night, he would roam the streets of Chicago, murdering young men. Born on March 17, 1942 in Chicago, Illinois, Gacy was named after John Wayne, the Hollywood icon of masculinity. However, Gacy never lived up to his name. His struggle with gender and identity grew as his father constantly criticized him, calling him effeminate. Gacy's father was an alcoholic who couldn't accept his overweight son who avoided sports and wore his mother's underwear. The insults and belittlement from his father, whom Gacy looked up to, were often accompanied by brutal beatings in the basement, a place where even Gacy's mother endured relentless abuse for years. A childhood ruined by violence within a toxic household only worsened when Gacy was ostracized by his peers due to a heart condition. Although he had no friends, Gacy soon realized he was attracted to men. He admitted to enduring a period of psychological turmoil due to his unconventional sexual orientation. The bloodthirsty demon. Gacy's demon was gradually awakened when he himself became a victim of sexual harassment. While visiting a neighbor's house with his mother, Gacy, at the age of 5, was fondled by a 15-year-old girl in an empty room. When he was 8, Gacy continued to be abused and assaulted by his father's friend, a man in his 30s. John Wayne Gacy's first murder brought him a paralyzing sense of euphoria, which he described as an intense thrill. This sensation marked the start of a brutal 6-year killing spree that claimed the lives of 33 young men. During this time, Gacy maintained the appearance of a respectable member of society, performing at parties and hospitals as Pogo the Clown. Gacy also produced a series of paintings including depictions of Walt Disney's Seven Dwarfs, portraits of Elvis Presley, landscapes, and illustrations of Jesus Christ. However, none are as haunting as his self-portrait as Pogo the Clown, showing him in his clown costume from his daytime performances. Supernatural enthusiasts often believe that the spirits of particularly malevolent individuals can haunt their belongings. In this case, Gacy's Pogo the Clown painting has been labeled as a potentially cursed object. In 2001, musician Nicky Stone purchased Pogo the Clown for $3,000. However, shortly after, Stone reported that his dog died and his mother was diagnosed with cancer, events he suspected were linked to Gacy's eerie painting. Hoping to rid himself of the cursed item, Stone lent the painting to a friend for safekeeping. Not long after, the friend's neighbor died in a car accident, and another friend who offered to take the painting attempted suicide but survived. "I just want to get rid of it," Stone said about Pogo the Clown in 2005. According to Newsweek, the infamous self-portrait now belongs to Zach Bagans, star of Ghost Adventures and a paranormal investigator who owns and operates his haunted museum. Alongside Gacy's painting, Bagans possesses several other items tied to notorious killers, including Jeffrey Dahmer's glasses, Charles Manson's hospital gown, and even bones belonging to Manson, as well as John Wayne Gacy's brain. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any exciting and informative content. Thank you so much, and goodbye for now. See you in the next video.